So it took about, I don't know, half an hour to get down to the creek. This will be your first decent cascade. There's another big one above it as well, I can see. Not a bad size. Fair size drop. The score. Alright, so we're at the next little cascade. Morning guys, today I'm in Mapleton National Park, doing a bit of off-trail waterfall exploring, just hopping a creek. I hope it's going to have some water. Really a bit skeptical on it to be honest, but it's pretty dry, but I still want to check it out. It's called Carroll Creek. We're in Irwar Vale, pretty much just inland from North Arm. So we yeah, basically just some little lines, nothing drastic, probably some cascades and maybe one decent drop if I'm lucky. But yeah, I mean, weather's alright, about 28 degrees, humidity's not too bad for January, and see what we find, people. I'm just walking on a fire trail at the moment, just a ridge line that's closed off, pretty flat, pretty easy. At the moment I'm walking to the side of the creek, so our plan is to walk down the hill essentially on the fire trail, jump on the creek and then rock hop back up the hill back to the road again. So hopefully if there's water it won't be a waste of my day. Alright, I'll see you when I'm at the creek line. Alright guys, so it took about, I don't know, half an hour to get down to the creek. When you get to the creek, there's a, you know, it looked a bit dry for the first little, you know, let's say look at it. But anyway, as you go around the first corner it starts to get a bit deeper with some pools, so a little bit more promising. This is the first tiny cascade. It's nothing special, but I just wanted to show you the creek and the flow. So again, not a super flowing creek, which I expected, but there is enough to be happy. I've done definitely creeks that have been drier, so that's alright. We'll go upstream and see what we can find with the next good cascade. So it's supposed to be a good one just around the next S-bend, so see how we go. Alright guys, so about 15 minutes once you start to rock off in the creek, you'll go over some, you know, some cool little small pools. You could swim in them. Water's not super clear but not super dirty, if that makes sense. Some nice open spots with the sun as well if you want to sunbathe privately. And this will be your first decent cascade. There's another big one above it as well, I can see, which the camera's not picking up yet. Again, flow's not magnificent, but it is what it is, and yeah. I have a sneaking suspicion people have been here before, just because I saw a couple of little trees that were snapped, you know, kind of in the spot where you kind of need to brush past them, but who knows. There's definitely was logging here once upon a time. There are the old stumps, so yeah. Anyway, we'll climb this and we'll see what's above it. Well guys, this next cascade is actually a decent sized waterfall. I'm very impressed. The lines don't really show the degree of how straight this is. So yeah, pretty unexpected straight away, because there's supposed to be one near the top of the creek. At the end, that's supposed to have some tight lines, which I thought might be a good waterfall. But no, this is only supposed to be 2 cascades, but apparently it's yeah, a fair size drop. The score. I'm going to go up the left hand side, which looks just manageable. And yeah, we'll keep going. It's supposed to flatten off for a little bit and then we'll get another cascade, or who knows what it's going to be now, maybe another waterfall. And then one more near the top. So really just 3 little sections with 3 potential yeah, waterfalls are. Alright, we'll see you at the top. Alright guys, so yeah, I got up that other waterfall. It goes flat and narrow for a little bit, and then you get to this next S-bend and this is another cool little cascade. Not a bad size, and probably the biggest of the cascades. Well, no, probably the, if you count the cascade below the first waterfall cascade, this is probably the, oh, as big or second biggest. Anyway, it's a good swimming spot here, but it is a bit murky, but it looks fairly deep, so who knows if it gets clearer as time pushes water out. But yeah, we'll try and climb up the left hand side and we'll keep going. We're about halfway in now at least, or maybe more. Well guys, just around the corner of that last swimming hole, it gets real gorgy and narrow again. This is pretty cool, this little drop, and it's got a real deep pool there. Yeah, this creek is much prettier than I really expected it to be honest. It is, like I said, very dry in terms of, you know, nature. Got a lot of those pine trees with the scrabbly ferns and that sort of stuff, but cool. Pretty cool. Alright, let's keep going up. Alright, so we're at the next little cascade. Not that bad, I mean it's not tiny. Again, another decent rock pool, but yeah, still dirty. The last rock pool swim hole was probably slightly better if I was going to rate them, but yeah, still pretty cool rock formations nonetheless. We're about 3/4 way up the creek now, so it should flatten out after this a little bit, and then there'll be one more good one. And yeah, so we'll keep moving on. Alright, so the creek is drying out substantially with all these little tribs that are kind of coming in and off. Yeah, I really not going to expect much from this last big drop. It'll probably be steep, but I think it'll be very, very dry, sadly. So that's supposed to be up after this next one we're about to climb. And cicadas are friggin' loud. Alright, let's get up this one. We're going to go up the left side, I think, at this stage. Steepish, but easy to do. Alright guys, so this is very much a dribble. You can hear that. It is the start of the big four, and yeah, like I predicted before, wasn't going to be very much flow. So believe it or not, the first, this on the map, the second cascade, which is actually the first decent big waterfall, had the best flow downstream. So that's where I just focus if you're going to come and do this. But anyway, I'll climb this one, see what's above it, and then we're almost going to be out of here. Bit of a bush bash to the road, but not much. Well, about halfway up this last waterfall section, and they're just like a series of tiers, and as you can see, pretty dry. So I dare say after I get up this last little bit, it'll basically be it. So anyway, I'll sign off now because I'll call it a day with this. Yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you out in the next one. Peace out.